In this video, I'm going to show you how you can automate your content creation using AI and Zapier. If you ever find yourself staring at a blank page, you're going to love this. Using Google Sheets, Chat GPT, and Zapier, you can turn ideas into full content drafts automatically. Let's begin. All right, so I'm going to begin by summarizing the workflow that we're trying to create. We're starting with a Google Sheets spreadsheet with 4 columns, as you can see here. And this spreadsheet's going to be the place where you'll dump any kind of ideas that you have and also store the drafts that ChatGPT will create. So the first 2 columns are going to be populated by you as the user, and it includes type of content and idea/title. For example, you have an idea for a blog post on using AI tools for marketing. You're going to input that here in column A and B. Now, what's going to happen is that every time an input is made into each row, that is going to be taken immediately to ChatGPT, and the following prompt will be created as a conversation in ChatGPT. Write a short type of content draft based on this idea. Now, you see the parts right here, that's in parentheses. That's going to be pulled from the first and second column of your spreadsheet. So in this case, it's going to be write a short blog post draft based on this idea. And the idea is using AI tools for marketing. Use this structure, title, introduction, 3 key points, closing paragraph. Keep it clear, conversational, and engaging. So Zapier, the AI tool that we're using, will pull whatever inputs that you have from here, send it immediately in a conversation to ChatGPT. And then the third step is pretty cool. What it would do is that the ChatGPT conversation that is created will immediately be made into a Google Doc file where it will basically house the whole script that was created by ChatGPT. And the fourth step will include taking the Google Doc link that was created and housing it here in column D. The fourth step also includes auto population for column C, which will basically state draft created to indicate to you, the user, that the flow is working correctly. I'm going to start by creating a new Zap. So you can see here that Zapier has a AI tool that you can use to basically summarize the type of workflow that you're trying to create, but I'm going to do it manually by scratch. So the first thing you would want to do is select a trigger. So I'm going to select Google Sheets, as that's the first step for me. That's where I'm going to be housing all of my inputs. And you're going to choose trigger event, new or updated spreadsheet row. And you're going to select the account that you're using for your Google Sheet. So wherever you have this Google Sheet house, make sure you link that account. All right, so once the account has been linked, we're going to click continue. And then here you will choose the spreadsheet that you're using. My spreadsheet is called Capture Hub, so I'm going to select this. And the worksheet will be sheet 1. And this one here, trigger column, you can choose any, but it would either have to be type of content or idea and title. That's the one that you're basically going to enter inputs for. I'm just going to select the first column, type of content, and then you're going to click continue. And now you're going to test your trigger. We're going to select test trigger. And what it's going to do is look for any records of any inputs made. So you can see here, I have the first input, row 2. So that's what you can find here. And it says row 2, blog posts using AI tools for marketing. So this test confirms that it's able to pull from the spreadsheet. Okay, so we're going to continue with selected record. All right, so now for the second step, I am going to link ChatGPT. So I'm going to type ChatGPT OpenAI, and now I'm going to choose action event, and I'm going to type for conversation. So what this is going to do is tell Zapier that you want a conversation created based on a specific prompt. So select conversation. All right, so once you've created your conversation, you will want to select an account. And I've already linked my account, but I'm going to show you how you would connect to a new account. So select connect a new account. It's going to ask for an API key. You're going to select create an API key, and a new window will pop up, which is OpenAI's developer platform. And here you can add an API key. So you're going to click create a new secret key. I would type something like Zapier connection and then create secret key. Now, once you create a secret key, you'll see something like this pop up as a row. you're going to copy and paste your secret key that can be found here. Obviously, you want to be careful with this. Do not simply share this key to anyone, as they can basically hack into your ChatGPT account. So be very careful with that key. Okay, so once you have your API key, you're going to go back here and copy and paste the API key and select yes to continue to ChatGPT. And another thing you'll want to make sure is that your ChatGPT account has plenty of credits to use to be able to link to Zapier properly. In order to do that, you're going to have to buy just a few credits. I did just $5, and so far that's been enough for me. But if you're going to do a lot of connections with Zapier, you're definitely going to need more. To do that, you'll just go to the billing section of your ChatGPT account and sign up to add more credits. All right, so once you have added your API key and selected yes, continue to ChatGPT, we're going to go back to Zapier right here, and your account should be connected, and you're going to press continue. Now, there's a few things that are going to pop up, but I'm just going to do the bare minimum. You're going to select the model that you're going to use. I'm just using GPT-4, and then you're going to enter the prompt that you'll be using here in user message. And this is the prompt that I'm using. I'll make sure to put this in the description below. So I'm going to copy and paste the prompt in here. Now you'll see an exclamation mark by type of content and idea, and that's basically telling you that you need to select where Zapier is going to pull those two items from. So I'm going to select type of content and select replace. And here you'll see a pop-up from the previous step showing you what you're trying to pull from column A and B of the spreadsheet is where you're going to be pulling from. So in this case, for type of content, I'm going with column type of content, which is blog posts. And then for idea, I'm going to pull from the idea title column. And you'll see that it looks like this right now. And now we're going to scroll down. I'm not going to touch the rest of them because they're not required to input. I'm going to keep it as is. So let's select continue. And this is what it looks like. So we're going to test the step. You can see that it's loading. All right. It says a conversation was sent to ChatGPT about 0 seconds ago. So we know that is working well. Now you'll notice that you can already publish it here. And to use Zapier free, you're only allowed to create a maximum 2-step workflow with the free account. So if you're going to want to add more steps, which is what we're doing in this video, you're going to have to pay for the pro subscription. So now the third step is to create a Google Doc document that is going to house the output that was created by ChatGPT. So I'm going to select Google Doc and create document from text. You will see here that my account is already linked, so make sure you link your account and select continue. And here you're going to input the document name that you would like use. What's cool is you can still pull the keywords from the spreadsheet as needed. So for example, if I want the title to include the title that I choose in the Google Sheet spreadsheet, which is in this case using AI tools for marketing, we can do that. So you're going to select here the plus sign, new or updated spreadsheet row, and I'm going to choose idea title using AI tools for marketing. And I'm going to do a dash and say created by ChatGPT. So for document content, this is going to include the output that was created by ChatGPT in the previous step. So to do that, you're going to click the plus sign and then you're going to select conversation in ChatGPT, which was step 2. And you're going to look for something that says output. So you'll see that right here. It says output text. And when you read more, it says title, revolutionize your marketing strategy. And you'll see this really long content. And you'll know this is what was created by ChatGPT. So I'm going to go ahead and select this. And then the drive will be the account that you're using. And I'm not going to touch the rest of the items here. Select continue. And now we're going to test the step. All right, it says a document was sent to Google Docs about 0 seconds ago. So I'm going to go to my drive, and true enough, here it is, using AI tools for marketing created by ChatGPT. And if I open it up, you'll see the draft that is created. The final step includes taking the link of this Google Doc and having it be automatically added into the spreadsheet in column D. We also want column C to be automatically updated with the words draft created. So we're going to go back to Zapier and add our final step, select Google Sheets. For action event, I'm going to do update spreadsheet row, and make sure the account that your spreadsheet is found in is linked. Select continue, and then we're going to select the spreadsheet name, worksheet. For row, I'm going to do custom value, and I'm going to select row ID. You'll see like the AI for Zapier Copilot does suggest what to use. So it's kind of getting an idea what you're looking for. But yeah, we're going to do row ID. Next, you'll be able to see the columns from your spreadsheet, and you're going to enter what text you would like automatically added for this step. So for example, as I mentioned before, we would like status to be updated with the words draft created after all the other steps have been completed. So I'm going to do status draft created. And then we also want Zapier to auto-populate the link for the Google Doc. So to do that, we're going to click the plus sign here, and it shows you what outputs you can take from the previous step. So I'm going to go to step 3, and you're going to scroll down and look for embedded link. So that's the link of the Google Doc. All right, so we have those items, and I'm going to not touch the rest of the rows in here, the inputs, and select continue. All right, so let's test this step. Before we do that, because I have ran this Zap before, I'm going to make sure these rows in this column are empty so we can test whether it was populated. So let's go ahead and press test step. All right, looks like it's done. So let's go back to Capture Hub. And yes, we can see that the words draft created was added to column C. And we can also see the link to the Google Doc. And I selected, it says use AI tools for marketing. All right, so we're done. We're going to publish this app. And before I do that, make sure to give your Zap a name, something very clear. I'm going to do content creation automation and select publish. So now we're going to test this out. Something to keep in mind, it does take a while to see results. So you have to wait for a good 2 to 5 minutes. We're going to go into Google Sheets, and we're going to test it out with a new row. I am going to type TikTok Reel. So that means I want content created on TikTok Reels with the title using AI tools for education. Okay. So we're going to wait a minute for all of that to go through and come back and check whether column C and column D has been updated. So a couple minutes have passed. Let me go back to the spreadsheet to check. And here we are. We have the status that has been populated with the words draft created, and you see the link to the Google Doc for using AI tools for education. I'm going to select that and see. And we can see this is what ChatGPT made for ideas for a draft for a TikTok video on using AI tools for education. And you would definitely want to update this draft to your liking and to make sure to add your voice, your perspectives, any kind of extra content that you would like. But what's cool about this is that it speeds up the process a whole lot faster for you, and you're not staring at a blank screen thinking what to write. It can get the creative juices flowing for you, and also just put everything in one place where it's easy for you to access, and also type any type of keywords that you would like for the type of content you're looking for, and also the title. All right, so that concludes the end of the video. I hope that was helpful for you. And remember, this workflow doesn't have to only be for content creation automation. You can use it in many other ways. It could also be for emails. If you're making email drafts to different people, you can update the person's name in column A, and then in column B, it could be the type of email that you would like sent. And then column C could be updating the row to say email draft created. Column D could be linking out to the email draft created. There's so many ways that you can use the workflow that we looked at today. I hope you found this video helpful. If you like content like this, please subscribe to my channel. I talk about AI and different digital tools that you can use for your personal life, for business, career, and so forth. Thank you for watching.